Hi everybody, Graham here with the latest updates on the beta pre-launch of We Share Abundance. Okay, and as is customary, we're going to start with a short little prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, bless this community, that it may fill each member's heart with unconditional love. And through that love, may each of them find the joy of service. And through that service, may they attract all they need in life. Amen. Okay, so what are the updates? Not a lot of them actually. Devyani once again has been just setting up to get going with Christian. She's going to be working tomorrow so that she can liaise with Christian, because Christian's available on a Saturday, whereas he said his 40-hour-a-week job Monday through Friday. So that's going on for the new site, the development of the new We Share Abundance site. On the Multiply Weezer site, nothing has happened since yesterday. I've not been able to get hold of Rohit, who does the back end stuff. I know he had some personal problems that he was dealing with previously, and maybe they are still not resolved. So hopefully we'll get in touch over the weekend and we'll have some updates on that as we move forward. Let me see if I can get into Facebook and it'll work for me. It went haywire yesterday. It's done it once before that. Every time you go in, it kicks you out of the group. So here we go. Click to expand. Comments. We have comments, and we have Russ at the top of the comments list from Newcastle, Geordieland. I believe his team's playing football tonight, so he'll want to get away by 8 o'clock, and I think we'll do that without any difficulty, because I haven't got an awful lot of updates for you. I've been working on new presentations which reflect the situation and the actual benefits that we have in We Share Abundance, and how they compare to anything else out there. And I'm putting that together at the moment. It's taking a long time. I'm still doing the slides for it. Once I've done the slides, I'll record a video. But I may give you a preview of the slides once I get those done. Hopefully they'll be done by tomorrow. I thought I'd have had them done today, but it's taking me longer than I expected. I'm getting like a programmer, aren't I? Everything takes longer than you expect. Okay. So anyway, that's Russ in his normal place. And then we've got Pakistan, and more from the UK, and India, more from Pakistan, more from India, and Canada, Kathy, and even more from India, Nigeria, Pakistan. Assad taking over second place today. Yes, he was, Russ. Don't know where that one's from. More from Nigeria, Netherlands. Jane here, just popped in to say hello. I'm on withdrawals at the moment. Okay, lovely. Yeah, Jane's paying withdrawals. Unfortunately, we won't be paying that many of them because we just don't have the funds. Very little come in, and I'll give you some numbers that will support that. But we are paying what we can. We always pay what we can. Liz from the UK. Give prayers for Newcastle Warriors. We must win. Yeah, you're getting near the relegation battle area. You could do with a win. Who are you playing? Aston Villa, I think. Aston Villa. Villa are playing well as well at the moment. Should be a good game. Kenya. South Africa. Madagascar. Pakistan. USA. And wet and windy Manchester, if it's anything like here anyway. It was wet and windy and cold, I believe, for the football yesterday. Was it yesterday? No, yeah. No, it was, I don't know. I've lost track of time completely. And we got everybody here happy and moving forward with us. Wonderful core team. So on the support side, everything's pretty much up to date. I was in the tickets area, so I did everything sort of ticket-wise for me. I finished those about 3 a.m. and got on to other things. So anything that came in after about 3 a.m, it was for me like cancellations and stuff like that. Won't have been done, but everything up to 3 a.m. was done. So we cleared out a few people that weren't happy. Some of them are not going to be happy with the way they've been cleared out because they say, "Oh, cancel my account and give me a refund." And they deposited $100 and they've had like $200 withdrawals. So there's nothing to come back. So they cancelled their account for no reason and lost the tokens that they'd built up in their Visa wallet. You know, they're crazy, but it's their choice. We don't lock them in. There's no Berlin Wall here. The gates are open. You can come in. You can go out. Okay. Jan says KYC's up to date. Jan, of course, is on the KYC team. They also do things like reinstatements and lots of other stuff as well. You know, they're always busy. Wonderful team. And Jane says it's been nice weather up in the north of Scotland. Glorious weather for the last few days. Wow, it's anything but down here in Cornwall and not in the northeast of England either. Okay, so we're on top of things. We're doing everything that we can, and we're moving forward continuously. The big things that we're on, of course, are the new sites. The one for We Share Abundance and the one for Multiply Visa. And they're the big projects that we're on. And they're going to make a big difference to everything that happens once they're available. So don't ask me when they're available, I don't know. I'm hoping that the Multiply Visa will be available this month, but I can't promise it. It would be beautiful, it would be really lovely if we could get the We Share Abundance site available before the end of April, which would be like our anniversary, really. I know we started before that, but we really didn't get going till the end of April. So I mean, that would be nice, but it's a hope rather than an expectation. Right, we've got a couple of questions about the Visa token, so I might as well give you some numbers for a start, and then we can talk about those as we go. 286 new registrations today. That's a low number, but we are in that low period of the month. And it was a net 170 because we removed 116 inactive members. The active membership dropped down. No, I'm in the wrong paper. Where's my correct paper? Let's start those again. Those are old numbers. Here we go. 289 registrations. No expense spared, you know. We have lots of sheets of paper. 289 new registrations. Net 147 because 142 were removed as inactive. And this is why I knew we were wrong when I got to this one, because this is the active members. And I knew it had dropped down below 30,000 again. It's 29,980. And that's down 294 on yesterday. I'm not even going to comment on it because I don't understand it. But those are the figures, those are the facts. And that is the average over the last few days of completed days. We don't take in today. The number of new Pool 1 members is 34. We had 34 new Pool 1 stakes today. We've got like 36,000 plus Pool 1 stakes now. And we had one elite member join. Now, there may well have been a few more because, as I say, I cleared out all the people that wanted to close their accounts, and most of them were elite members. There weren't that many, about 18, but I mean, if let's say 15 of them were Pool 6 members, that makes this plus one would really be plus 16. But I can't remember how many were elite members and what the exact numbers were. But the net increase is just one, plus one. And effectively, that means that we've got nothing to pay out in withdrawals. One elite member is worth what, $30 at the current price? $30, $35 maybe. And they get an amazing bargain of being able to upgrade to elite membership for that, just $30. So that is the situation there. The next one is site ranking. Site ranking is showing 9,592 as our site. So we are 47 places better than yesterday. But I did notice that the actual visits to the site yesterday, or was it today? Anyway, one of the recent numbers, it's like 19,000 we were ranked at. So even though the average over 3 months has come down, the recent site visits are up very high compared to our ranking. So we'll have to see what happens with that. But currently, anyway, over the last 3 months, the average, we've moved up 47 places, and we are now on 9,592. Coin ranking has the WISA token at $96.32. Yesterday it was $107.97. So why has it come down? Well, it's come down because people are selling tokens and we don't have the funds to buy them. So the only thing we can do is follow them down. And when we get to a certain level, then we have some funds that we can clear tokens with, and we stick with it. If we have sufficient funds, we hold the price level there. We don't lower it. It's people selling tokens that lower the price. We maintain the price if we have the funds to buy people that come in under the price we set. But if we don't have those funds, if we don't have sufficient funds, we have no option but to just drop below them. And so the token is down to 96.32 at the moment, but it's early days. We're not even halfway through the month, and we'll see what happens as we get towards the end of the month. The volume was 17,544 over the last 24 hours, and in the back office I saw it against Waves as $89.63 for the token. So people are selling on Waves at even lower prices. I think we're set at $96 or $97 or $98 or something like that, close to 100. Coin ranking, we're down 12 places to 544 ranked, which isn't bad. I was looking at some figures, and in 2018 they said there were 7,850 coins. I'm sure there are a lot more than that now, probably 10,000, and we're ranked 544 out of that 10,000. So for a token that's very new, it's a very good placement. It'll be a year in April that the token was launched, and even at just $100, that is a 10,000% increase in value in 12 months, and that outperforms Bitcoin, even though Bitcoin has more than doubled in value in the last month or two. Can't remember when it started this bull run, but it's recent anyway. Okay, so there we are. Right, and we've got Curacao in the house as well. So those are the numbers, and they're not the best numbers we've had, but they're not the worst, and we will pick up, and we'll pick up considerably once we get the a few things. Once we get 2 new sites up, and once we get towards the end of the month. We always pick up towards the end of the month, and at the beginning of the month we do a lot better. So we're going to see improvements at that point. What else have we got? Yeah, I was looking, and part of the presentation that I'm doing and doing currently, I'm looking at what we offer, and I'm looking at it compared to other sites. And if you look at other sites, particularly sites that are offering passive income, I'm not talking about the Ponzi's that are saying 5% a day and all this nonsense. I'm looking at reasonably reliable sites. We never know. Couple that I do know are good because I know the people behind them, but basically they're looking at 5% a month, and they're getting hundreds of thousands of dollars in for 5% a month. And so what I've been looking at is our situation. We have a 0.035 minimum withdrawal, and with our token worth roughly $100. I know it's fraction under at the moment, but it could be a fraction over tomorrow. It's about $100. That represents $3.50. And those always get paid like that. If we go up to 0.05, which is $5, they get paid pretty quick too. So what I've done is I've looked at a $5 number for withdrawals, not for income, just for withdrawals, okay? And I've looked at our staking levels, and we have 7 different levels. We have, of course, the unstaked members. They can't withdraw anyway. We have staked at $2, staked for $5, staked for $10, $20, $40, and $100. If somebody stakes for $2, pool 1, then they make a dollar profit. So they couldn't withdraw anyway. It's under the minimum. The minimum is $3.50, 0.035, unless they accumulated over several months, and then they could withdraw. But they'd be better using the funds that they have to upgrade to pool 2. If they're staked at $5, their profit is $2.50. They actually get $7.50 back, but if they want to keep making money, they've got to restake for $5. So it's a $2.50 profit, and they still can't withdraw unless they accumulate their income as well. And once again, they'd be better upgrading. So we get to $10. Somebody stakes $10. It's not a purchase, it's just a deposit. They don't like it, they can go and they can have the $10 back. In fact, to stake $10, they only need to spend $3.50, because they can buy a Visa token for $3.50 or so, $3.50 worth of $3.50 worth of Visa tokens, and come in and get a $10 stake for it. But even ignoring that, which would boost this percentage incredibly, let's suppose they actually paid $10 for their stake. At the end of 30 days or the month, they have $15. So they got $10 to restake with, and they've got $5. Now that $5 is able to be withdrawn. So for a $10 stake in a month, they can withdraw $5. That is a 50% profit. That is better than any of the other reliable programs out there, and it's actually better than the Ponzi's. It's a 50% return on their stake, actually withdrawable, okay? I know it's only $5, but they've only put in $10 and maybe even just $3 or $4. If we move to the $20 level, they have a $10 profit. They get $30, they restake 20, they've got $10 left. We're still looking at withdrawing just $5, because we know that everybody gets $5 if they want to withdraw $5. And $5 there would give them a 25% profit. So the profit's not as high, but they've not withdrawn all their funds. They've got some of it stacked away there, accumulating, they're holding, they're hodling, and that will go up in value. But it's still 25%, which once again is more than any of the other programs that I know of anyway. Staked at $40, they get $60 back. That's $20 in profit. $40 they restake. they still withdraw just $5. That's all. Let's suppose that's all they can ever withdraw at the moment, $5. That's still a 12.5% profit in a month. Sometimes less than a month. If they join like today, they've got that profit by the end of this month. So it's still 12.5%, and they've got $15 that they're hodling. Okay? And we get up to the top level, $100, and as you probably all know, it's $150. They restake $100. They've got $50 profit. They can then draw out $5, hodl $45, and that is a 5%. So even at that level, an elite member drawing $5 is on a par with the best programs other than ours that are out there. There's no program that I know of out there that is sustainable, that is good, strong program that will pay you more than 5% a month. Okay, it might be 5.2% or something like that, but I'm talking in round figures. 5% a month is regarded as great, and people flock to programs that they can get 5% a month for. And we're giving you 5% a month in hard cash, plus up to $45 and maybe even more hodl, which is going to accumulate to a vast sum in the not very distant future. If you look at the graphs for Bitcoin and Ethereum, they went like 2-3 years with virtually no increase in value. I think Ethereum started 2015, Bitcoin in 2009. If you look at them, for the first 2 or 3 years, hardly anything happening. Ethereum slightly different because they had a pump and dump effect. They shot up to about $2.50 and then dropped down to 60 cents or something like that, because the initial investors pumped the price up and then dumped all their Ethereum and left the other investors in a sorry state. It's got a lot better for them since then, but that was what happened. Unfortunately, with the majority of the tokens and coins that are out there, this has happened all too often. They've had these ICOs, or now IEOs. What's the difference? ICO is an initial coin offering, and this was done by the people that created the coins, and all they did was they hyped up how good these coins were. Buy them now at this special price, and then they would pump the price up, and once it got up there, they'd dump all their coins, boom, leaving the investors stuck with worthless coins. Because of this, there's a lot of legislation against ICOs now, so you don't see them as often as they used to be, but they are something to be wary of. It's possible that you could make some money with them, but in general, they are scams, for want of a better word. So what's an IEO? Well, an IEO is to get round the legislation for stopping ICOs, and it's where people have a coin and then they pay an exchange. So it's an initial exchange offer, and the exchange then promotes that coin for the person. Basically, it's the same system and it's the same scam, except the exchange is raking in a pile of money for being a part of it. And most of your legitimate exchanges don't get involved unless they've really researched things. But there are a lot of minor exchanges that, give me 2 Bitcoin and I'll sell you 1 million coins at this price. situation, and that's what they do. And then the owners of the coin disappear into the hills with $1 million or $10 million or $1 billion, whatever, and the investors that bought the IEO are left once again in the cold with a token that is worth nothing, and they've paid a lot of money for it. So that those are the ICOs and IEOs. I don't know how I got onto that because I wasn't talking about that. But anyway, that's that I was saying. We've never had one. We've never done that. The only people that get the issues of our tokens are our members. So any new tokens that are issued, which we issue every month on the 1st, we issue 20,000 tokens, and they're shared amongst the We Share Abundance members as a gift. Okay, you've done a little bit of work for them. You've logged into your account and read a couple of messages. But they're a gift. And 5% is like a minimum that somebody can actually withdraw and cash in through being a member of We Share Abundance. So all you naysayers who are complaining because you can't have $50 or $100 or $1,000 or whatever, I mean, there have been times when we've been able to pay thousands of dollars a month to our members, and those days will return, but they were not going to return overnight. It's going to take a while to build there. We got there, and we had perhaps too much success in that area too soon, and people got the wrong idea about what we are. We are a charity. We are designed to raise funds for charitable works, and at the same time to help our members find hope through having some sort of income that will help them get above that poverty line. And that is what we're about. We're not about necessarily somebody making 2,000, 10,000, whatever people have made in the past. That's what we're about. We're about helping the little people. And let's not lose sight of that. And the fact that if you have a deposit of $100, you can actually draw a minimum of 5% every month on that. You go to your bank and try and get that. You put your money in a bank, put $100 into your bank, and in 3 years' time, you just tell me what it's worth. Okay? So if it's in a current account, you're probably paying, I think, on my business account with Lloyds Bank, I think they charge me I think it's over £12 every month for me putting money into that account. We make no charges. You put your money in, and it is a stake. It means that you get paid more for the same menial tasks, logging in, checking your account. And if you can't be bothered doing it, you could even employ somebody from the Philippines, get a VA and give them an hour's work every day, and you'll get them for $2 or $3. I pay my VA more than that because I like to be fair and because she's worth it. She doesn't now live in the Philippines either, so. But that is that is the situation. That is what we have here. So if you don't think 5% a month is good, find somewhere that is stable that you can get 5% or more on $100. Okay. We got Crypto Dave here. He's covered in flames now instead of water. Ah. There you go. There's somebody else. Royal Bank of Scotland charging £8 a month for an account. The banks are. I mean, Crypto Dave says they're rubbing you blind, laughing out loud, but they are. The sooner the banks are forced into offering better services through the crypto revolution, the better. No, there isn't a way that you can find out on the dashboard if you're a founder at the moment, but if you took an option that meant you are a founder and you've got your tokens, you are a founder, and it will show on the new site. Maybe not when we launch the new site. If it doesn't show when we launch it, it'll show very soon afterwards. So that's what I've got for you there. I'm going to just have a quick run through a bit more about I am failing forward. Okay. We're talking about fear, which is one of the things that causes failure. And fear actually attracts into your life whatever it is you're afraid of. And fear is usually caused by prior negative experiences, and they get a fear of failure, and the fear cycle begins. I talked about the fear cycle before, but there are 3 P's involved: paralysis, procrastination, and purposelessness. And these are really excuses that we put forward to soften the blow to ourselves that we're just not doing what we know we're capable of. And the negative side effects from the fear circle are self-pity and excuses and misused energy and feeling hopeless. And you should never feel any of those. So break the cycle. And how do you do that? You've just got to take action. You've got to take action regardless of the fear. You cannot beat anything by running away from it. Whether it's a coronavirus or whether it's a mental blockage, you've got to face it. You've got to face it. When we had our home in Fillmore, we had some geese, and geese are notorious bullies. And we had one of my young nephews, great nephew, I think, actually, visiting us, and the geese would chase after him and he'd run away from them. And I said to him, turn around, face them, and walk towards them. And he was scared to do it, but eventually he plucked up the courage and he turned around and he faced them and he walked towards them, and they ran off. And I said to him, you've always got to face your fears, face any difficulties. You can't defeat anything by running away from it. It'll chase after you. Turn around and face it. And that's a good example. So take action. It will reduce your fear. But you've got to do it quickly. You've not got to ponder it. Should I take the action? You've got to say, okay, I'm taking the action. Just do it. Because if the more you delay, the more you procrastinate, one of those P's, the more that fear builds inside you, and you're likely to lose. And I see Facebook has just moved me away and it might stop working. I think it'll remove me from the comments like it did yesterday. So if it does, I apologise. We'll talk about finding the exit off the failure freeway tomorrow in that case, because I think when I click on this now, it's going to kick me out of the group again. It hasn't done so far. Somebody says, if possible, Graham, look into this. What am I looking into? Something from Victor Oluso Asumni. Let's see if I can spot that. I can't see a comment from Victor Oluso. I go quite a way back up now. Oh, Yara's in as well. Hi, Yara, from Paraguay. Another excellent volunteer that keeps us going. Well, I can't find that comment. I've gone up to as far as Facebook will let me, so I don't know what that's about. So I apologise. Okay. Oh no, it was replying to Sham. Sorry, who's Sham then? Let's see if I can find Sham. Shami, now remove the GMV option. New members will have to stake pool according. No. We set out to have a GMV that could never go down. It's programmed in. I have considered having the programs totally rewritten so that we could lower the GMV, but I'm not even prepared to do that because it's going back against what we set out to do, and I think that is a negative way of looking at things. We've got to look at the solutions rather than changing the rules. We've got to keep the rules. We've got to keep our integrity. We've got to say, this is what we're doing. That's what we're doing, and we're continuing to do it. And it's a great deal. It should be a wonderful hook for you to get new members in. Okay, you say to somebody, you want to make 50% profit? I'm going to show you how to make 150% profit. All it's going to cost you is $3.50. You come into WeShare Abundance, you buy $3.50 worth of Visa tokens, you upload them to your account, and they're going to give you a $10 stake for that. That $10 stake is going to pay you a $5 cash in your hand profit every month, and you've got that for $3.50. It's a massive, massive hook to get people in. Use it while it's available. It's not going to be available forever. We are going to get to a situation where the GMV and the market value are back in line. When will it be? I don't know, but we'll get there. We will get there. The sooner the better, but if it takes longer, it takes longer. It's there. It is written into our software. It's written into our rules, I suppose. We've always said we have the GMV and it will not go down, and that is that is what we have. Pump and jump Weezer. We need the funds to do that. and we don't have enough funds to do it. Largely because there are a lot of people playing games, and I think many of them are members. They're buying tokens at lower rates, and then they're just putting them in at rates above us. And for us to clear the tokens, we could have done it by now with the funds we got in from the nest eggs, had it not been for these revolving payments. But I didn't take that into account. And they virtually negated our efforts with that. Not completely, but it's certainly slowed the process down. But we'll get there. Nothing is going to stop us. Nothing will stand in our way. All that will happen is sometimes we'll have to go slower than we would have liked to. Sometimes we'll be able to go really quickly. And because we're pioneers, we're prepared to accept the uphill battles for the benefit of getting to those green pastures first and staking our claims and saying, isn't this beautiful? This is what I put all this effort in for. I have my homestead here. I've got my 30 acres of grazing land in a beautiful sun-swept valley, whatever, you know. This is the reward for being a pioneer. But being a pioneer isn't easy. It's a struggle. There are lots of obstacles along the way. Okay? So we've got Venezuela just come in, and I'm just going out. I don't know why Facebook moved me. I thought it was going to kick me out again, but it didn't. But I'm not going to push my luck. I'm going while the going's good. So I'm just going to have a quick look and see if there's anything in the chat section in the Melon app. Yeah, we'll have products. This is from Nice Contents. I don't know where they're from. They're saying we need products, basically. And yeah, we've got products on the way. That's another thing that are there. There's some that are developed and ready to go. And but we need the outlet for them. We need them all. Okay. That's all I can see in there. So that's that. I'm going. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll get a bit more cash in. We'll be able to pay a bit more in the way of withdrawals. And of course, nest eggs are still a great buy. They are $30 for a token, which even now, you know, is over 3 times the value. And people are complaining that we're low, and we are low. We are below our real value. So $30 is a great buy for tokens, and you'll need to hodl them, obviously. But I don't know of a better investment. Okay, that's it from me. I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye. Love you all. Thanks for being here, and hopefully, if I can find where to click the button, I'll go. Okay, I'll see you